Okay,
Okay.
so to me, my
Mhm.
problem with modern AAA games is that they're too safe. I mean, it's for a reason, obviously, because games are too fucking
Yeah.
damn much to make. Like I was watching a interview with David Jaffe. He's a developer. Like he did the Twisted Metal games, the OG God of War games,
Okay.
and he was talking about how him getting him being able to direct the Twisted Metal, the OG Twisted Metal game would never have happened in this day and age because of how much it costs to make a game now.
Yeah.
So that
It's too much of a gamble.
I understand why games are so safe, but because of how safe they are, they're so fucking boring to me that I don't want to play them at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's some exceptions, I think, but
I mean, I still need to play Red Dead, so that's probably
Red Dead,
that's probably an exception for sure.
basically anything Rockstar puts out,
Yeah, they
they don't give a shit.
they make good single player games.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Yeah. They're
Uh,
legit. They're legit food
I would
reviews.
argue that Nintendo's pretty good.
No, yeah,
If you're a
no,
Nintendo
no. They're a safe bet. You pre-order a Nintendo
Yeah.
game, you're probably you're
You're
90
probably gonna get something good.
you're 97% chance
I
of
would
getting a good game.
say
If you're getting a
I would
mainline
say-
Mario or Zelda game, you're gonna have a
Rockstar,
good time.
Rockstar, Nintendo, and so far CD Projekt Red.
Dude,
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red are
Those
the
are like the only 3 game studios that come to mind that are without major fault, or not with that I don't have a negative impression of.
They're the best Western or I mean not Nintendo but like CD Projekt Red to me
Take a
are
look.
the master class Western developers. They're
Let's
the
take a look
top.
at the upcoming 2019 AAA games coming out.
Sure.
The Last of Us 2,
Yes.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Cyberpunk 2077,
CD
CD
Projekt
Projekt
Red.
coming
Red.
out this year.
Is it coming
Doom?
out this year? Oh.
Who makes
I don't
Doom?
What? That's
The-
Bethesda publishes it.
It's I mean I think it's id or whatever's left of id.
Yeah, it's id. It's id. Yeah.
It's not like
Pokemon
id but
game.
yeah.
Borderlands 3.
Yes.
Gearbox.
Some games I don't know shit about. Halo Infinite, which who knows with Microsoft's track
Halo
record of running Halo.
that's a fascinating game, dude. I think there's one
It does look
game
I'm interested.
if there's one game that is like either gonna be a or a fucking what
Yeah.
the fuck is this piece of shit? It's
I
gonna
really
be,
hope it's good.
It's
but
gonna be
I'm-
Infinite. I mean,
I'm
the-
gonna wait
it-
till it comes out and watch gameplay
I
for
mean,
a week.
I mean,
and
this
decide.
this is Halo's like last chance, my dude. I don't think
I
there's gonna
agree.
be.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be like another like really good
Unless
attempt.
like Bungie comes back and they're like, "Hey, by the way, we like Halo again," and they start making games, it's fucked. Unless Infinite is good.
yeah. For
my
fucking real.
my general concern. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Games are pretty boring nowadays.
yes.
It doesn't really seem like as many risks are being taken. But my concern generally stems from the
Rage.
lack of what?
Rage 2. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Rage 2.
My concern comes from the lack of what I perceive to be a lack of the parent companies giving a shit about their consumer base.
What do you mean by that?
Like they make decisions in their companies, in their marketing strategies, in their product runs, that are just so. I don't want to say anti-consumer, but they're trying to squeeze every fucking last penny out of consumers, and then every chance they get, it seems like most AAA developers are fucking over consumers and laughing in their faces, and not like.
Do you have an example in mind, or?
I mean, I see. I
mean,
get what you're saying.
The whole
Yeah, no, I see what
the
you're saying,
whole 76 fiasco.
Yeah.
That Battlefront 2 and the whole pay to win bullshit with buying the heroes.
I think that's just EA being EA, though.
but just EA being EA.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fucking bullshit. Like, why should we as consumers have to deal with EA being EA?
Making
don't.
games isn't cheap.
People keep buying them. That's
Exactly.
why.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off.
People choose to deal with EA being
Mhm.
EA,
Mhm.
and that's why EA
Yeah,
still
two
exists.
simple
Or does
things.
what they do.
Then I guess I hate that people are okay with the way that AAA developers and game companies are treating the consumer.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, it looks like and seems like the developers and maybe not the developers, but the game people that are running these companies and making money off of them are literally doing as many things as possible to try and get as much money out of gamers.
Well, yeah, of course. That's
Gamers rise up.
because corporations. That's just what corporations do.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's the thing about things with like art and movies and things. Like if you're talking about like a I don't know, like Johnson and Johnson, Procter and Gamble, they just make stuff, right?
Yeah,
They make like shampoo.
sure.
And you're like, yeah, of course, their main goal is just to make as much money as possible.
Right, it's a service versus a product.
The thing where it comes with games, since that's what we're talking about, is
Yep.
there's a kind of a conflict there because the suits, rightfully so, just are concerned with making money.
Mhm.
But then there's people, put blood, sweat, and tears into their games. They legitimately love their games and really just want the player base to have a good time with their games.
Sure.
But there's a point of contention there because they got to make money.
Okay. Let me give you a counter thing then. So I've been playing Hearthstone since the beta.
Okay.
Yep.
I took a break for like a year, but then I came back and I've been playing for about 3 to 4 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
In the 3 to 4 years that I've been playing, they barely release new content.
Okay.
The content that they release, like they do card expansions when they do their expansions, and those expansions might come with a single player experience, and then they have weekly tavern brawls that change something. But there are so many different things that could be added to the game that have been asked for and suggested, and every time the developers have had like, let's talk to the people and see what they want, like these. Like an achievement system. There's no achievement system in Hearthstone.
So you're talking about just like base like mechanics and quality of life stuff.
Sure, base mechanics and quality of life stuff. Okay. They have a business model that makes them a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
It's a collectible card game. Like they're built to make that much money.
It's a money hole for anyone that gets into it.
And yet, in 5 years, it really doesn't feel like the game has gotten the development that money should be giving the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then we get numbers coming out that the CEO of Blizzard got paid like the most out of any game development company CEO in whatever. I'm pulling fucking out of thin air. Let me go look that up right now.
No, yeah, I remember. I remember. Yeah, Body Codec in Activision. Yeah.
Blizzard.
Yeah, that situation is just like, I mean, what can you do about it? I guess.
Like, but it's just like they could choose to put the money back into the game and make the game better and with more content that could then bring more players in and make a better new player experience, and it would make them more money. But they won't do that. They'll just stick with the bottom feeding easy shit and make their money and move on.
Well, okay.
It works.
And I mean, and I'm cherry picking with Hearthstone.
No, I see your frustration.
Yeah.
But I think.
Yeah.
I think saying like because they come out with expansions and single player shit, right?
Yeah, they come out with some content.
And
maybe it's just
pay for it,
I mean,
I feel like
isn't
I feel like calling that like bottom feeder easy shit is a little harsh.
I mean, isn't
I'm getting
No, I feel you. I understand.
Passionate.
No, I feel you.
This topic.
Isn't
But I agree.
Hearthstone's a free game, right?
It's technically free to play.
Yeah, okay, yeah, technically.
But if you want to be any sort of serious about it, you got to pay real money.
It's a collectible card game, so their model is a bit different. But like Assassin's Creed coming out with a new game every 2 years, and every time there's some major Assassin's Creed Unity came out, and there were so many graphical bugs and issues that the game was like a joke. The Division 1 came out, and there were so many bugs, and they had to do like a stupidly large day one patch. It's just the gaming market. I feel like the gaming market has this thing of like, just do it as fast and as quickly as possible, cut as many corners, get the fucking thing out. Everyone's gonna show money because it's a service and an entertainment server needs it immediately. And then we'll have all the problems will show up in a few weeks, but we have all our money by then, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think that is a symptom of the fact that we have internet and that they can fix shit after they've sold it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, patches and stuff.
Yeah.
When it back in the day
No patches.
on your N64
Nada.
or your GameCube,
Nada.
they had to play test the shit out of that and make sure it was good.
Yes.
And then they release it. And then there were minor like they release it in Japan, and then they fix some shit when they release it in Europe, and then they fix some shit when they release it in America.
Sure.
But
but it's not. But yeah,
not on the scale of like the game being broken on day one.
Well, yes, but it's not like you have to go back to the store the next day to buy another disc that has another 50 gigs of information. Oh, by the way, it's just
it's also
more and more I see choices made that fly in the face of the consumer base.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not working as much though. I mean, like,
it pisses me off.
Look at the BioWare fucking, what was it,
Andromeda?
It's starting to blow up in people's face.
The new one after Andromeda, fucking, oh my god, it's fucking not Destiny,
Anthem.
Yeah, Anthem. It's the same thing you're saying, but it didn't work in that case.
Anthem was the same shit.
I think that's multiple things though. Like that game was just
it's textbook example of what Hudson was saying. Rush, though it actually wasn't Rush, it was just development hell.
But
microtransactions, we'll fix it later. That mentality, the service mentality.
Yeah,
it's not working anymore though.
Look, if they were to have that mentality, and they were like, "Oh yeah, okay, look, we're gonna charge you $20 right now, and then we're gonna release a day one patch, and if it works out great, then I don't know, they charge you another $20 in a week or something stupid, whatever." I just think it's bullshit that in my opinion, while the quality of gameplay has gone up, the quality of games have gone down. And I don't believe that the average game is worth $60 anymore.
I disagree with the statement that what was it? The average game
the average gameplay has gone up, he said.
No, but
gameplay has gone up.
That was after
that. Game has gone down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I disagree with that in that the only games that suck dick are all the ones that are online service games. All the single player games are still pretty good for the most part, and all the games from Japan are still pretty good, and all the indie games are still pretty good. It's just that the big elephants in the rooms, these online game services games, like EA, Activision, Call of Duty, shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm mad. Yeah, and I'm mad with the way that they're not taking the steps to create a good quality product from the beginning.
Yes.
That their user base is expecting and getting hyped up for.
Yeah.
I think games as a service can be a good thing and really cool.
It works. I mean, it works well a lot with like indies and stuff. But
as long as you're honest about what you're releasing, like with early access, and I know early access gets a lot of shit, but if it's done right,
it deserves it though in some cases.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You get but if you're honest about what you're releasing, if you're releasing, you're like, hey, this game isn't finished yet, and it's still fucked up and buggy. You can pay us $20, $60 if you want, and you can play it. But it's a work in progress. That's fine.
I agree with that.
Indie games
when they're shipped, they hype up a AAA game. It's AAA title, so you're paying $60 for it. And
you're expecting top dollar.
Out of the box, the game should be
best of the market.
But
and then you have games where you can't connect to the servers, or it's so buggy that
I think
your frame rate drops, or like assets aren't loading properly. Like, it's a joke.
I think, at least when it comes to like indie titles or like triple I titles,
Triple I, is that the definition?
That's a thing, yeah. Like high quality indie games.
Okay, yeah. I actually didn't know that terminology at all. It's interesting.
Yeah. A multiplayer game that comes out, like if it's a multiplayer only game.
Yes.
So like PUBG, for example.
Sure.
Something like that. When something like that comes out on day one, okay, like they did their alpha testing, they did their beta testing with the
Yep.
And then it comes out day one, and the servers shit themselves because the game got massively popular
Oh,
immediately.
okay.
In my opinion.
Right.
But when it's a AAA company that has experience releasing, AAA multiplayer only games,
Yes.
they should know better.
Yes.
Especially when they have fucking a lot of these games have beta tests like weeks
Yeah.
before to test
Massive beta tests.
to test the server. I honestly think that these betas are more of just fucking like demos than actual
Yeah.
betas, dude. I swear.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, that's why I bought Overwatch. I bought
Mm.
Overwatch because I got to play the beta, and I was
Correct.
like, that's
Yeah.
fucking sick.
We
So I
we,
bought
we all
Overwatch.
played it and we're all like, yo, this is pretty tight.
Pretty good.
I didn't even buy Overwatch. I didn't want to, and
Yeah,
then
someone bought it for me.
Dustin bought it for me
Yeah, it's
Shit,
fun.
yeah.
because he really wanted me to play, and then he stopped playing like almost immediately.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
It's funny. I think
Or don't even get me started on Blizzard and the choices they've been making with don't you guys have phones? The fucking Immortals.
Yeah.
And just like that bullshit.
I realized from this talk, I realized it isn't that because to me all this talk about microtransactions and all that shit, I didn't really give a shit at all, and I kind of realized why, because like none of the games I actually play deal with any of that bullshit for the most part.
Right.
'Cause I don't play fucking online games, so I just realized that like all this stupid shit, it's not really games, it's just these online AAA games because they want to get the revenue back because how much it would cost to make a game these days.
Fucking millions, dude.
Yeah, it's just up to consumer. It's up to the consumer to vote their wallets. They don't do it. I mean, obviously because the average gamer's not any of us three. Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
It's us three from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If gaming is now like 10 years ago, I probably would have fucking bought a bunch of stupid shit. Fucking look at League.
Yeah.
Me and League, dude. I learned my mistake.
It's just like people, EA announces a Star Wars game, right? Let's say Battlefront 1.
Okay, yeah,
EA
perfect.
Announces Battlefront 1. Everyone gets fucking hyped. They're like, "Oh, this is going to be sick."
Yes.
Fucking thousands of people, tens of thousands of people buy it, hundreds of thousands of people buy it. And then they're like, "Wait a second. This game is pay to win garbage. Boycott EA, everyone.
Like
EA sucks." And then Battlefront 2 gets announced, and everyone gets fucking hyped up.
Yeah,
Like, they
people.
forget what
Yeah,
happens.
yep.
Yes. Like I think
The same shit happens.
that's basically I think it's probably why I'm not interested in Borderlands 3.
Well, and
Because-
what prior experience made you not trust Gearbox with their stuff?
It's not Gearbox, it's a a popular game being announced and in development.
That's
It's
it.
not about Gearbox specifically.
I mean, I see what you're saying.
It's about the fact that it's a AAA game that is expected to have high quality content that is being hyped up right now.
Uh-huh.
And so we're going to go through all of this hype, and they're going to have pre-order bonuses, and they're going to have all of their trailers, and everyone's going to be talking about it, and then it's going to come out on day one, and the online servers are going to be shit or something, and it's probably going to launch fine. I'm probably just being a cynical asshole.
Yeah.
But some bullshit's gonna go wrong, and a bunch of people are gonna be like, "I spent $60 on Borderlands 3, and oh, what the fuck?" And then Gearbox is gonna like, "Oh, we're sorry. It's just the same bullshit with every fucking game now. You can't even just enjoy the title anymore because now you have to worry about whether the game is actually gonna be playable on fucking launch."
I think
understand.
that perception is just because of the internet and how everything gets blown out of
Yeah.
proportion. Simple as that. Like Fallout 76 wouldn't have happened 5 years ago. It wouldn't have blown up as big as it did like now.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe then I guess those game companies have to be held to a higher standard.
They should,
People
yeah.
just shouldn't pre-order games.
I mean, there's
Yes,
so fucking dudes
yes,
for that exclusive
yes.
gun.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say.
Don't
that.
pre-order. I'm gonna say that. Don't pre-order.
At least
I
don't
think-
pre-order from like not. Don't pre-order from
Don't pre-order.
untrusted.
Yeah, don't
Developers
pre-order
or
from anyone that's
publishers.
burned people in the past.
Yeah.
Don't pre-order.
No, I think it's fine to pre-order from
Yeah.
companies that have.
Yeah, I mean, like
consistently put
Nintendo's
out
a
good
safe
shit.
bet. You know.
Yeah, I will pre-order from Nintendo. I'm not
Yeah.
going to pre-order.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't pure is too like
I think that's
broad.
that's too. I think the point of view that you are coming from, and I understand.
I'm mad.
Yeah,
I'm mad.
no,
That's
I
why.
I'm with you.
understand the frustration, and I'm with you.
I think,
it's
but
just
you're
a
right.
little too jaded.
You're
Yeah.
right.
You know, it's a case by case basis. You know, like if CD Projekt Red had, you know, every game they've put out has been
Fucking
basically
Gucci.
liked
Right,
by
right.
fans.
Like when Blizzard came out, I would say that pre-ordering Blizzard was a pretty safe bet.
Yes,
Or,
was.
well, pre-ordering Blizzard, I'm fucking stupid. Holy shit. Overwatch.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
At the time, Blizzard was
sorry.
on top.
When
Yes.
when Overwatch came out, Blizzard was doing real good. WoW was all right. Hearthstone was doing okay. Their other games were okay.
Uh-huh.
But now, like in the last year, with the way that they've been treating Hearthstone, with what they did to fucking Heroes of the Storm, with the Diablo Immortals bullshit, like at this point, and with the decline of Overwatch and the lack of real good content updates, like it's just like the company has just lost all respect from me personally.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I guess, you know, if I was to be a little less mad, it would be like, don't pre-order from companies that are pieces of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, a company right now can be okay, but that doesn't mean they can't be a piece of shit in the
Oh yeah,
future.
I totally agree. Totally.
And then the companies right now that have lost my trust need to regain it.
Yeah.
Like if Ubisoft was to come out with 3 more Assassin's Creed titles, I wouldn't even consider them. But if all 3 of those were all well made, well executed from the beginning games that got like really high ratings on Metacritic and everyone is talking about them, then by the time the 4th game came out, I might be interested.
Yeah.
I mean,
But at this point, like the concept of another fucking Assassin's Creed game or another Call of Duty game, I don't even care because it's not worth it.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
the thing with Ubisoft and the like, my original idea for this modern AAA gaming discussion was actually about how like a lot of these AAA games, at least in the case of like Ubisoft and most single player games, is they have like shallow RPG systems. They're an open world. They have a bunch of fetch me quests. They have a whatever story mode. They're all just kind of like the same thing. Like, especially when you look at like Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and stuff, they follow that Assassin's Creed 2 formula to a T. Kind of just like, even if the game is fucking good, it's just too much of the fucking same.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's you know, that's kind of why indie games have a niche and are popular, because
I mean,
they're the games that take those hard risks.
Indie games are what the indie games are what the PS1 era of gaming was. Like, literally the Wild West. Literally just fucking whatever you want to do.
Indie games are the gateway drug, dude.
Like, whatever you want to make, you just fucking do it. That's the PS1 was good for that.
Beauty.
Like,
the beauty of indie games is that the vast majority of them are garbage.
Yeah, because everyone can do whatever the fuck they want.
It's a low barrier to entry. You just gotta know how to do some scripting. Not even that. There's like drag and drop engines.
Yeah.
But,
oh shit, yeah, dude.
But fucking. But there's a lot of gold. Like, there's the fact that, like, it's a small percentage of indie games that are truly fucking incredible.
Yes.
But
they're good.
That small percentage means a lot of games, because there's a fucking massive amount of indie games.
Yes.
Right.
And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's good. We can have indie games in this day and age, right? You wouldn't be able to do that fucking 10 years ago, or not 10, but like or 20 years ago.
I like that indie games. It's a low barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some dude that has never made a game, never fucking programmed, works his ass off and figures it out and makes a fucking incredible game.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with things like Patreon and shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
can make money off that.
For every
I don't know.
bad thing in the industry, there's always like a good thing on around the corner. So
I don't like.
you just gotta look for the good stuff. You gotta just ignore or not ignore, but like don't fuck with the bad stuff. Simple as that.